clunky. Okay, let me make sure that nothing blocking me. Okay, so let's come into a nice standing position. Today, because we are doing standing balance, then we will spend more time on our feet. Okay, we do a little bit of standing practice first. We are going to come into a mountain pose, Tadasana. Tadasana in Sanskrit for yoga. Okay, so we're going to stand with the feet hip width apart, so the thighs will be following the width of your hip. Okay, so if you're not sure, you just place your palms at the point where your thigh connects with your hip bone. Straighten your arms, you look down, see, follow your hands and up. And then, very important is to make sure that your big toes are pointing straight forwards. Okay, so don't let it point out, because when you point out, your pelvic bone rolls forwards. It makes it very difficult to stand up straight. If you point inwards, then you find that there's a lot of stress on the outside of your knees. So we always want to stand with the feet facing forwards, thighs parallel to your hips, body upright. When we stand body upright, then you can feel the abdominals wrap in. So the abdominals start working, and then the hands just slightly by your thighs. Okay, so that means we are coming to attention. Tadasana, our mountain posture. Okay, so make sure that as you inhale, let the body lift up, hands by the side. Okay, so now I bring you back to your primary school. All have to stand at attention when the headmaster speak, right? So now you stand at attention while I speak. So, main thing to note is this is one of the foundation postures of yoga, Tadasana. Why is it important? Because the feet applies to all your postures later on. Your lunges, your warrior one, your warrior two all begin from this posture. If your standing posture is incorrect, everything after that, when you start moving, you will feel very wobbly, like the tree going to fall when there's a strong wind. Okay, so let's explore our Tadasana. Okay, so take a deep breath, inhale. Just let the breath flow all the way to the feet. And then as you exhale, let the breath flow from the feet outwards. And just maintain a relaxed breathing pace. Now you can feel when we stand in this posture, one is the arch of your feet is working. You can feel the arch is pressing down into the ground. If you open up your feet, you will lose the engagement. So just by standing like this, your arch is working. So if you have flat feet, you make a point, stand with the feet pointing forwards, and then the arch will slowly return, because the arch has to bring the legs in. Okay, and next is you feel the inner thighs working, because it's got to hug the thighs in. So that's also how you work the inner thighs without actually having to work. Like now, you don't need to go to the gym machine, do that squeezing sandwich machine. Just standing upright, you're working your whole legs. The inside of your thighs are working. And then the most important thing you find, the lower back is very comfortable, because we are enabling the body to stand upright. And your stomach muscles are also working. So just standing straight like this with the feet pointing forwards, you can already feel the body is working. So you make it a point when you stand, it's like that. When you sit, it's like that. Also, one thing you notice, if I stick my hands out like that, what am I doing? This is a plank pose. So you can see Tadasana applies to every posture following this. Now from here, let's stretch our body in Tadasana. We raise our hands up to the sky, interlace the fingers, push the palms up. So we're stretching the palms up to the sky. Now from here, just bend the body to the right. So because the body is straight, when we bend, then the spine also curves at a very nice angle, and you're allowing the space in the spine to open up. If you're bending forward or back, you will tend to lose the sensation. Inhale, back up to the center. Exhale, we bend to the left. So you can find how just like shifting your feet changes the feeling of an entire posture. Inhale, back up to the center. Now from here, as we inhale, you lift up the whole chest. Like you're trying to point your chest to the sky. So we're not bending from the lower back. We are lifting our whole body up. So we are lengthening our lower back, trying to lift our chest up. So we're opening up the space in our shoulders and our upper back. Comfortable lower back. 2 more breath. 1 more breath. Now from here, as we inhale, let's come back down into our Tadasana position. So we're back into our mountain pose. Now from here, we keep the legs straight. We try to, if it's difficult for you, you can bend the knees. We're going to look forwards, and now we initiate from the hip. Push the hip back, slide the hands down the legs. Okay, so chest is facing forwards. We're pushing our hip to the back. We're looking forwards. We're bringing our hands down to our shins. As we inhale, we lift the chest. Use the hands to help you lift the chest, point forwards, the hip push back. So now we're lengthening our lower back. We are warming up our upper back. 2 more breath. 1 more breath. Now relax the whole body into a forward bend. Just let your hands slide down all the way to the ground. Relax the neck and shoulders. You can straighten your legs, or if it's too difficult for you, you can bend the knees and just let the body hang down. The fingers in contact with the ground. Either bend knee or straight knee is totally fine. Stay here for 2 more breaths. We won't stay here too long. 1 more breath. Now from here, bend the knees, hands down to the ground. Slowly come into an all-four position. Next, we are going to do a cat-cow for 5 rounds. This will further loosen up our spine. So with the feet tucked in, as we inhale, we arch the spine into cow position. So this is cow posture. Because the spine is curved like a cow, we're opening up our space in our spine. As we gently exhale, suck in the belly, round the spine, tuck the chin in into cat pose. Let's do 4 more. Inhale, arch the spine, chest face forwards, hip pushing up to the sky. As we exhale, gently round the spine. 3 more. Inhale, arch. Exhale and round. 2 more. Inhale, arch. Exhale and round. And last one. Inhale, arch. Exhale and round. And inhale back to center. Now from here, we're going to point our toes back. And then we're going to do what we call a bird dog. Now this is a very good spine lengthening position. So if you have any spinal issues like, the spine a little bit crooked, kyphosis or scoliosis, this is an essential part of your everyday exercise. Every day you do 2 or 3 minutes, 3 times a day. Then your condition becomes better. We are going to extend our right hand forwards. We call this a bird dog. Right hand forwards. Extend the left leg back. So opposite hand, opposite leg. Right hand, left leg. Now, the secret to this posture is you have to use strength. If you just like this, didn't use strength, you do this a lot, I'm sure, you get no benefit. Now, we try. Your right hand stretch forward as much as you can. Use strength. Stretch forward. The left toe stretch back. So it's like you're trying to stretch your finger forward, stretch your leg back as much as possible to lengthen the spine. So you can feel the body getting longer already. We do this over 4 more breaths. Inhale and stretch as much strength as you have. The gaze will be on your front hand. 3 more. Inhale and stretch. Okay, inhale and stretch more. One last one. Inhale. As much strength as you have. Stretch. You can feel the shoulder blades stretching forwards. Now, come back, hand down, knee down. Let's stay here for 2 breaths. Let the body recover. So you can feel when you use strength, the whole shoulder blade is stretching forwards. We're opening up the space. On the opposite side, we are lengthening our pelvic bones back. Okay, now let's try the left hand. Left hand forwards. Extend the right leg back. Find the balance. Now apply strength. Inhale, finger stretch forward, right toe stretch back. Okay, the purpose is to stretch out our spine. Inhale and stretch more. As much strength as you have. Keep breathing. Inhale and stretch as much as you can. 2 more breaths. Inhale and stretch. And one last one. Inhale, stretch all the way. And now, left hand down, the knee down. We go back to child's pose for a while. Okay, let the body rest. So we stretch out our body. So now we can further lengthen our lower back. Stretch out our shoulders. Now from here, inhale, come back up to all four position. Tuck the toes in. We lift the knees off the ground into a downward facing dog. And then we're going to loosen up our pelvic bones and our legs by doing a walking dog. So we bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. And then we bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. Then bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. And then slowly, at your own pace, just do a slow walk. We call this a walking dog because it's early in the practice. So we just want to get the blood circulating, get the whole body warmed up. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now from here, slowly we walk our hands all the way back to the feet. So slowly just walk, walk, walk. So we're back into our forward bend. Relax the neck and shoulders. Now place your hands on your shin as you inhale. We slide our hands back up our legs. Come back into Tadasana. So again, we check the feet facing forwards. We come back into Tadasana. We take 2 breaths here. Relax the body. 1 more breath. And now we walk to the front of the mat. So after that simple bird dog stretch, you already feel that your body feels straighter, that you're able to stand up much straighter than when we started. So the bird dog, it looks very simple. So a lot of the most therapeutic postures in yoga are the simple ones. So bird dog, if let's say you have any hunchback, or you feel that you have curvature of the lower back, or you have a slight scoliosis, this one you do every day. Morning when you wake up, because it helps to what? You already feel when you stretch like that, even though it just looks like not moving, you feel the heart pumping, the sweat starting to come because you are using the whole, all the muscles in your back, especially the muscles supporting the spine. It helps to wake up the body. It stretches you out before you start your day. So you wake up, you do one stretch, you immediately wake up, and then in the whenever you sit too long, you just get up, you do that, you do maybe about 10 breaths. Okay, one side you do 10 breaths, then the other side. So you do that multiple times through the day, you will find your posture slowly increase over time. Okay, so let's come to the front of the mat. Again, we come back into Tadasana. We make it a good practice so that when we stand every day, also the body gets used to it. Okay, now from here, check the feet. First posture, inhale, we raise the hands up. Now we continue to lift the chest up, lengthen out the whole body. Now as we exhale, we go into a chair pose. So the hip first. So we sit down on the chair, lift the chest, extend the fingers. So because we stretch our spine, you find your chair pose today very comfortable. We stay here for 2 more breaths. Warm the thighs up. 1 more breath. Now from here, we step the right leg back, 1 big step into a lunge. Okay, so hold the lunge. What's very important to note is the heel is off the ground. The thigh is pushing back. Okay, so all the balance is here. Then the body, you bring in between, body upright. So the weight is not on the front knee. Hands on the hip. Lean forwards, So the weight now shifted to the front leg. Then you step back into a chair pose. Stand upright. Okay, so this is how when we do vinyasas, you can step in and out of a lunge without hurting your knee. Again, we try. So before we try, okay, so today is going to be a little bit more lecture because it's important to know what you're doing. Okay, so in Tadasana, you watch me. I'm standing with my thighs hip width apart. When I step back, I make sure the legs step back straight. So it's one line go back straight. So that once I'm in my lunge, even in like warrior one, okay, the hip is still facing forwards. My thighs are hip width apart. I don't cross my leg. If your leg cross, it's going to be wobbly. You have no balance. And then you see the pelvic bone, the hip already tilt there. So the whole position crooked. So we want, that's why the legs are always start Tadasana. I step straight back. My hip still Tadasana hip. So my body can face forward. I go up. I'm not wobbly. I am very firm. I am able to apply the strength in my thighs. Let's do the step in, step out 5 times so you get used to it. Let's begin back. Okay, from Tadasana. Okay, then bring your hands up. So one straight line, no need to arch the spine. We keep everything straight. From here, we step right leg, one big step straight. One big step back. Okay, now make sure the body straight. Right thigh engage, push to the back, like you're trying to push your heel to the back. The front leg lower more. Okay, breathe. Hold the position for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands back down to the hip. Lean the body forwards. So now we transfer the weight to the front leg. The back weight is the back leg now very light so that we can step into a chair pose. This is why we do chair pose. When you step with the knee bend, you can rebalance the weight, then straighten the leg. Then you feel, what do you feel? No pressure on the knee, because when we step back, bend knee, you don't feel wobbly. You can balance yourself first. Then we straighten. We don't hurt ourselves. Okay, let's do another 3 more times. Check Tadasana feet. Hands up. Next to the ear. Right leg. We're still doing the right leg. Right leg, one big step back. You try to make as big a step as you can. Heel off the ground. Right thigh engage. Next, front leg go lower. Okay, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hands down on the hip. Lean the body forwards. We transfer the weight forwards to the leg so we can step the right foot forwards easily. Straighten the leg. Take one deep breath. Now we do non-stop. Inhale, hands up. And then exhale, step right leg back. Lower the front leg. Breathe. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down to the hip. Lean the body forwards. Step the right foot forwards into chair pose. Inhale, straighten. We do 2 more. Take a deep breath. Now, inhale, hands up next to the ear. Exhale, right leg, one big step back. Still same leg. Lower the front leg as much as you can. Chest, body straight. Look forwards for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand to the hip. Lean the body forwards. We step the right leg forwards into chair. Inhale, back up to standing. Let's do one last one. Inhale, hands up next to the ear. Right leg step back, one big step. Lower the front leg down. Straighten out the body. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand to the hip. Lean body forwards. Step into chair. Inhale to straighten out the body. Take a deep breath. Now we change to left leg. Left leg 5 times. Inhale. Hands up next to the ear. Body one straight line. Left leg, one big step back. You can adjust your footing. Make sure the hip facing forwards. Now lower down as much as you can. Body straight. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand to the hip. Lean the body forwards, transfer the weight to the front leg. Step left leg forwards into chair. Inhale, straighten out the body. Take a deep breath. Now, second deep breath, bring the arms up. Okay, take one breath, exhale. Left leg step back, one big step. Make sure the weight is on the back leg. Lower the front leg as much as you can. Body straight. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand to the hip. Lean the body forwards, transfer the weight. Step left foot forwards. Inhale, straighten out the body. Let's continue. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, left leg back, one big step. Adjust the foot. Lower the front leg more. Straighten out the body for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand to hip. Lean the body forwards to step left leg forwards into chair. Inhale, straighten up. Inhale, hands up. We do 2 more up. Left leg, one big step back. And then lower the front leg. Straighten out the body. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand to hip. Lean the body forwards. Transfer the weight. Left leg step forwards into chair. Inhale, straighten out the legs. Okay, last one. Inhale, bring the hands up. Left leg, one big step back. Make sure heel is off the ground. Lower the front leg more. Body straight. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand on the hip. Lean the body forwards. Left leg step forwards. Straighten up the body. Take a deep breath. And okay, slowly relax. Okay, so the leg got to work out already. So when you step in and out, then you can feel the muscle engagement. Then also you can feel when you engage your thighs properly. One is legs look nicer. 2, you feel very stable. You can step in and out. You feel very light because you are able to transfer the weight. So yoga, very important, is you must be able to feel the weight transfer. That's how people look graceful. It's not because they're very light, they're very skinny. A lot of skinny girls, when they step forward and back like giant, like that, dong, dong, dong. Okay, you see some very big size people, but no sound. It's all about weight transfer. Okay, let's take a short break. Relax your legs. We take a 45-second water break. So wipe your sweat. Then we're going to come down to the ground. Yeah, so once we grab a sip of water, so time flies, like that, set in, set out, 25 minutes gone already. Okay, so before we move into our sunset use, we're going to go through all the components that work into it. One is very important. When you start, you always have the step in. When you in, you always have the step in, step out. So it's important in order to go in and out of the posture safely. You won't hurt your knees, you won't hurt your ankles. Next is we work on our elbow and our wrist. We are going to do the plank and into the upward dog position. Okay, so first of all, let's work on our plank. Okay, let's work on our core strength first. So now we come back to all 4 position. We're going to have our feet point backwards. Okay, so all 4 we did this just now. Then we are going to do a cat pose like this. Okay, cat pose. Remember we did this? We round the spine, suck the belly in, tap the chin. Now we learn how to use the abdominal strength. Later plank, this one very important. Bring the right knee to chest. Okay, so if you want to pull the knee closer to chest, what do? You suck the belly in harder. So let's do it now. Suck the belly in harder. Push the shoulder out more. Then you find the knee can come closer. Okay, and then relax. Come back to all 4. Relax the body a little bit, take a deep breath. Now we try the left knee. Curl your body up, cat pose, left knee to chest. Now curl deeper, suck the belly in more, bring the left knee closer, shoulder work harder, stay here, keep breathing. Okay, relax. Okay, so remember, when we use the muscle to pull in, continue to breathe. We don't stop breathing one. Next is, we are going to bring our left elbow to touch the right knee. Same thing with tamba the hand, okay? Now, cat pose. Then, right knee to chest. Now, suck the knee higher. Now, bring the left elbow, touch your right knee. Push harder. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release back to all four position, neutral position. Take 2 breaths. So you can feel when we pull the stomach in harder, one leg, one foot, one leg, one hand off the ground, not a problem because the stomach muscle hold the whole body up, okay? So you don't feel wobbly. Next, we try the other side. Now, cat pose. Left knee to chest. Now use the stomach muscle, suck the knee higher. Now bring the right elbow in, touch your knee, breathe, push more for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, release back to all four positions. Recover, take 2 deep breaths. 1 more deep breath. Very nice, okay? So now we're going to practice the second component. We're going to do a half chaturanga. So it's going to be like this. Half chaturanga, the chest don't go so low. The chest go forwards. Elbow hug in. And then we use the cat pose. Cat pose back up to all four positions. Okay, and then your hand, you come to kneeling position first. You watch me. Come to kneeling position first. When we do the half chaturanga, you make sure the elbow don't open up. Okay, your hands, the 4 finger, so this is the determinant finger, okay? Not the third one. That one don't use the third finger, no good, people scold you. You use the 4 finger. Why? You see, if when you do plank, if some people will say use the third finger, when I turn my third finger, my elbow is pointing out. You can't see very clear from here. In class, you can see, but it tilts your hand out of position. When I use my second finger, 4 finger to align, my wrist and my elbow one straight line. So first of all, when we put our hands on the ground, make sure this finger facing forwards. Like when you stand, Tadasana, your big toe facing forwards. Next is, we want to keep our elbow closed. So don't open out your elbow like this. Whenever you do chaturangas or half chaturangas or push-up, we want the elbow kapit into the body like this. Okay? Then the body, the chest going forwards. You watch me one time. So my 4 finger pointing forward. Then my elbow kapit into my side there. Then my chest go forward. That's all. You see, from all 4, I look in front. My chest go forward. It's a very small move. Then come out. How? Come out, don't need to push. Cat pose, use the stomach. Remember, like just now we did this? Same feeling. Come up until the arm straight. Then you feel the hand also very light. Okay, let's practice together now. We do 5 times because this one is important. Today we do more repetitions because why? The body memory is very important. If you only do 1 time, cannot remember one. So this one we do 3 set of 5. Okay, come all 4 position. Make sure 4 finger, this finger pointing in front. Elbow hug in. Now chest go forward and down. No need go so low. Okay. Now cat pose. Use the stomach. Pull up until the arm straight. That's all. Then you find, like very light, so easy to do, right? Make sure the feet don't come off the ground. Your feet is the anchor. Feet press down into the mat. We do 4 more. Down halfway. Then cat pose come up. Okay, so now we're adding the breathing. Down. And then as you exhale, come up. Okay, then inhale. And then down. Exhale, come up. So inhale first. And then down. Then exhale, come up. One more last one. Inhale. And then chest forward. Exhale, come up. And then go back to child's pose. Okay, take a few breaths, then we do round two. So round two, I will watch you do. Okay, you know the movement is a very small movement. Okay, inhale, come back to all four. Very nice. Come back to all four. Okay, now from here, take a deep breath. Inhale, keep the gaze forwards. Chest go forwards, half chaturanga. Cat pose. Exhale, come back up all four. That's right. So when you come back up, so John, don't go to a full cat pose. So it's just a stomach cat pose. It's a light one. So we don't do a strong one. So you see how my gaze keep doing forwards. So I'm always looking forwards. My spine long. But the sensation is like the cat pose. We're using our abdominal to lift us up. So we're not pushing in because the arm is the body so big, the arm so small, if you push, while the hand also after 10 times will patah already. Okay, so what we want is the abdominal is a very strong muscle. We use abdominal to lift you up. Then your hand just need to straighten out only. Then you find that you can easily do like 20, 30 push-up easily. So that's the secret. We engage the big muscles that we have. Okay, let's continue. Remember, keep looking forwards. Okay, let's begin. Down halfway, half chaturanga. Cat pose, stomach come up. Keep looking forwards. That's right. Esther, keep looking forwards. Okay, down halfway. Exhale. Cat pose, stomach come back up to all four. Very nice. Let's keep going. Three more. Down halfway. And then cat pose come up. So Iwa, chest go forward more. Okay, Iwa, chest go forward more, and then cat pose come up. Okay, your knee is too far away, Iwan, that's why you're struggling. Like your knee, okay? Remember, we start from all four positions. The knee not so far away. If your knee too far away, you cannot do a cat pose. Come into all four. We do one last one first. Chest go forward halfway. Cat pose come up. Okay, and then go back to child's pose. Okay, then the last one, then we do together. We do non-stop. The last one, we do faster. Why we want to do from all four, not so far away, because when you do plank, it's one leg, two leg back. Okay, it's the same thing. So we want to measure from a stable position so that we're able to do a cat pose. Your leg too far away cannot engage the thigh. Okay, now together, all four position. Look forwards. We keep looking forwards. Exhale, chest go down halfway. Cat pose, come back up. Let's keep going. Chest down, go halfway. Cat pose come up. Keep the elbow hug in. Chest down, go halfway. Cat pose come up. Two more. Chest down, go halfway. Cat pose come up. Last one. Chest down, go halfway. Cat pose come up. Go back to child's pose. Take 2 breaths. Okay? Now inhale, come back to all four. So today we're not going to do the full chaturanga because a lot of you also quite new to it. But we will do the upward dog. So this is the next progression. So we know how to go down halfway and keep the elbow in. So now you watch me. We progress into a upward dog. So from here, chest go down halfway. Then you see now the feet come in. Feet press down, lift the knee up. Straighten the thigh, lift the chest. So from here again, my chest go down halfway. Then I press down on my feet to lift the knee. I straighten the legs out. I lift the chest, upward dog. Then I use the hip, my butt, lift the hip back into a downward dog. So as I come up, the feet, I come straight first, like come into plank. Then I can switch my feet. Then I can continue to use the hip, not the hand. Whole movement, don't use the hand. Use all the big muscle. I use the hip to pull me back into a downward dog. Then I can come down on my knee and then I can do again. Okay, so we are now going to do the full flow 5 times. The first one we go slow first. Okay, together. All 4 positions. Chest down halfway, chaturanga. Lift the knees, straighten the thighs, lift the chest. Be careful with the hand, upward dog. Use your hip to lift and flip the toes. Use the hip to pull you back. Downward facing dog. And then knee down to the ground. come back to all four, point your toes back. Okay, so you're using stomach muscle to go down. You're using your hip to pull you back up. So use all the big muscles. Okay, again, 4 more, we do slowly. Look forward, chest down, half chaturanga. Now, inhale, lift the knees, straighten the thighs, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Now, as you exhale, lift the hip, flip your toes. Like plank, then you flip the toes, use the hip to pull you back. So the shoulder relax, the hip is the one doing the work. 3 more. Inhale, knee down, point the toes, chest down, half chaturanga. Inhale, lift the knees, straighten the thighs, lift the chest, upward dog. Exhale, use the hip to pull you back, downward facing dog. Okay, we go a little bit faster already. Now, 2 more. Inhale, knee down, point your toes, chest down halfway, half chaturanga. Lift your knees, straighten the thighs, lift the chest, upward dog. Use the hip to lift you back, downward facing dog. Let's do one more last one. Knee down, point the toes, come back to all four, chest down halfway, chaturanga. Lift your thighs, lift the chest up, upward dog. Exhale, use the hip, pull you back into downward dog. Knee down to the ground, go to child's pose. Very nice job. Okay, from here, roll up into kneeling position. Let's stretch out our wrists first. We spend a lot of time on our hands, so relax the wrists first. Interlace the fingers. Slowly roll your wrists around. Slowly, this is not the stretcher. This is to release the tension, change. Okay, when the muscle too tight cannot stretch one, so we relax, get circulation back. Now, back of the hand press together. Bring the hands next to your chest, press it together. This is the counter stretch. So whenever you do a lot of plank or chaturanga and all that, after that you just do this. This is the counter stretch. Relax the hand. Okay, 45-second water break. The next round, we are going to go to the final sequence. How to, from the downward dog, step back to the front. That one, a lot of people got problem with, so we're going to work on that. Okay, come, water break first. Okay, just nice. Okay, so now we're 40 minutes in, and then we come back into the mat. Now, so everything we've done until now will lead to this point. So this will be the hardest part. You know, even though it just looks like you step in, step out, but there's a lot of strength involved. It's going to use all the muscles that we have worked until now. Okay, the core muscle, the arm muscles. So we come back into our practice first. We will begin from downward dog. Okay, so how to measure a downward dog? If you're not sure, like sometimes you feel, sometimes my downward dog like very short, sometimes my downward dog like so long. Okay, this is how to measure a downward dog. We start from all four positions. Come back to all four. Then we measure a plank first. Okay, a downward dog is like you always start from plank. So stretch one leg back. One leg back, this one is to measure the length of our plank. So stretch the leg back straight up, stretch two leg back into plank. Now use the hip muscle like just now. Pull the hip back, downward dog. Then you have a perfect downward dog. Very spacious. You feel shoulder very comfortable. Now, what we're going to do, our practice now. We bring the right knee, touch the right elbow. So let's try. Inhale, come forward. Right knee, touch the right elbow. Look in front. Okay, it's like a single leg plank. Now step back into downward dog. Okay, again, we do two more. Inhale, right knee, come touch the right elbow. Look in front. So shoulder have to be strong. Now step back into downward dog. Last one. Inhale, come forward. Right knee touch the right elbow. step back into downward dog. Now, the next one, the right knee, the right foot, step in between your two hands. One big step all the way to the front. From here, downward dog. We bring the right knee to chest and step forward. Okay, so you can feel the stepping in is exactly like trying to touch your elbow, right? Okay, now from here, step back to downward dog. Still same leg, Okay, now we bring the right knee to chest. Again, one more last time. Right knee to chest into single leg plank. Don't step yet. Now do the cat pose, bring the knee higher. Remember I practiced just now? The cat pose, bring the knee higher. Okay, relax. Now bring the knee higher and step. So you can see, when you bring the knee higher, you have extra distance. Now step back to downward dog, knee down, child's pose. So when we want to get that extra distance, that extra height, okay, you can roll up, then I explain to you. We want to use our abdominal. That's why the cat pose is very important. It's not only like, you do the warm up. The cat pose muscle, that movement, will help you in your chaturanga. It will also help you when you need to step back front because it lifts the whole body up. It lifts the head, leg high enough. You see, a lot of people don't use here. So when you step forward, stuck there, then you wonder, hey, why my leg always stuck here? My leg too long. No such thing. Okay, so we want to go in front. Like, I'm so short, I always get stuck here. Bring the knee here, then you push with the shoulder. You see, so low cannot reach. I use my belly, suck in, use the shoulder, push up. Then when I extend my leg, in front already. Okay, so we use the shoulder to push like the chaturanga. We use the belly to pull everything up. Then your foot become like, from like that, become like that off the ground. You can move it all the way to the front. Now we try the left leg, okay? We try left leg. So again, come into all four. Then we go into plank. We measure first. One leg back, either leg is fine. Two leg back, come into plank. Then we use our hip, go back, downward dog. Start position. Now we do 3 times. Left knee to left elbow. From here, inhale, left knee touch left elbow. Look in front. Hold here, 1 breath. Okay, step back, downward dog. We do 2 more. This is to get you used to the muscles. Inhale, left knee touch left elbow. Look forward. Hold 1 count. Step back, downward dog. Last one. Inhale. Left knee touch left elbow. Hold for 1 count. Look in front. Don't look at the ground. Step back, downward dog. Now we take a few more breaths. Now a bit harder. So now we're going to step 1 big step forwards. Now from here, instead of touching the knee, inhale. Bring it up and step. Okay, so you can feel same muscles involved, same movement. Step back to downward dog. Okay, now we're going to push everything up. Come forward, knee to chest. Single leg plank, knee to chest. Now use the cat pose belly. Push and pull everything up. Everything pull up and then step. So you feel the difference. Everything pull up, you step. It feels lighter. You can step further. Step back to downward dog. Slowly walk the hands back to the feet. Inhale. Roll the body up. Shake the hands, shake the legs. Now we're going to rest the hands again. Interlace the fingers, roll it up. And for the final round, we will join all together. Okay, we do 1 final round, everything we learn. Okay, and then hands, the back of the hands press together. Okay, now, let's come back. So we have the lunge also from the beginning. We come back to the front of the mat. Remember? Tadasana position, feet face forwards. Okay, now from here, inhale. Bring the hands up, arm next to the ear, whole body straight. Right leg step back, 1 big step. Remember our lunge? Right thigh push back. Front leg lower, body straight. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hands down to the ground. The left leg step back, downward facing dog. Stretch the shoulders back. Inhale, come down into all four position. Point your toes back. Now the second sequence, remember the half chaturanga. From here, look in front. Chest down halfway, half chaturanga. Lift the knees, straighten the thighs, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Use your hip to pull you up and back into a downward facing dog. So we're back in downward facing dog. Now we're going to step forwards. Bring the right knee to chest first. Whole body come in front, single leg plank. Remember the cat pose? Suck everything up and then step. Okay, so you only got half a second, cause your strength limited. Pull everything up and step. Now the other leg, we practice the other leg. Lift the head, look in front first. Then we lean the whole body forwards. As you lean, your body will pull the left foot forwards. No strength needed. Exhale, forward bend. Now inhale, roll the whole body back up, back into Tadasana. Then we check the feet again, make sure straight. Then now we do the left leg. Inhale, hands up next to the ear. Left leg step back, one big step. Make sure the hip is straight. Now lower the front leg more. Make it a strong lunge. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hand down. Right leg step back, downward facing dog. Stretch the shoulders back. Inhale, knee down, come into all four, point the toes back. Let's get ready for our half chaturanga. Looking forwards, exhale, chest down halfway. Lift the knee, straighten the leg, lift the chest up, upward dog. Now, as you exhale, lift the hip to go back to downward facing dog. Stretch the shoulder back. Now the leg go forwards. Left knee to chest. Whole body come forward, slide, single leg plank. Now suck the belly in, push the shoulder up and step. So you do all together one shot and step. Now look in front, lift the head. Lean the body forwards to bring the right foot forwards. Exhale, fold, relax the neck and shoulders. Hands on the shin. Inhale, slide the hands up, back into Tadasana. Check your feet again. Okay, because you're doing so well, we do one last one. We do one last one before we call it a day. Okay, so everything is fresh. From here, inhale, hands up, arm next to ear, right leg, one big step back into lunge, feet face forward, leg lower down. Breathe, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hands down. Left leg step back, downward facing dog. Stretch the shoulders back. Inhale, knee down. Point the toes back, all four position. Chest down halfway, chaturanga. Lift the knee, straighten the thigh, lift the chest. Upward facing dog. Use the hip to lift you back all the way to downward facing dog. Bring the right knee to chest. Whole body come forward, single leg plank. Now 1, 2, 3. Use the stomach muscle. Lift the leg and step. The timing, lift and then step. Look in front. Lift the chest up. Lean forward, left foot forwards. Exhale, fold. Hands on the shin. Slide the hands up the leg to return to Tadasana. The hand will support the lower back. Let's do the left leg. Inhale, hands up. Left leg step back. One big step. Lower the front leg. Lift the chest up. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hands down. Right leg step back. Downward facing dog. From here, inhale, knee down, point the toes. All four position. Exhale down. Half chaturanga. Lift the knees, lift the chest. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale. Push the hip back all the way, downward facing dog. Let's go forward. Left knee to chest. Whole body come forward like a plank. Now, suck everything up and step. Lift the whole chest, lean forwards, right foot forwards. Exhale, fold, relax the neck and shoulder. Hand on the shin. Inhale, roll the whole body up. Back into the Tadasana. Exhale, relax. And let's come down to the ground. Good job, everybody. So you can realize that when we do slow, then you can feel the muscles involved. So once you get used to it, then you feel that you are in control. When you do the sun salutations, you feel that you are in control. You know what's going on. You're not just like, stepping like giant, bong in front here, bong at the back there. Then you wonder why the wrist pain, why the shoulder pain, because the muscle didn't engage. When your muscle don't engage, but you don't use the belly, right, to lift you up, then all the weight go to the joints. But when you use the muscle to lift you up, you find that, okay, what the heck? Okay, let's stretch the wrist up first. So we come into kneeling position. Okay, if you can, kneeling position. If it hurts, you can tuck your toes in or sit down, that's fine. Kneeling position allows the body to be more upright. Now let's stretch the wrist first. Sun salutations ground is very ground based. Okay, other side. So always a lot of strain on the wrist. So we always want to stretch the wrist up. Because all these are very small tendons, so we stretch the wrist. Next is we stretch the shoulder. So bring the right arm. We start with the right arm across the body. Shoulder relax. Then you just pull the arm across. Because today also a lot of half chaturanga and all, so shoulder strength used a lot. Okay, next release. We point the hand to the front. Then we bring the right arm next to the ear. Then we continue pulling it back. Back, as far back as you can. Then at the back, you bend and then you touch the middle of your back as low as you can. And then left hand, pull the elbow to the back. Okay, so we're pulling our elbow to the back. Why? Because we are stretching out not so much the shoulder or the chest, you will feel that, but it's the rib cage muscle. We call this the intercostal muscle. Okay, so when we sit a lot, we're always hunched, this muscle become very tight. So it also affects your ability to stand upright, also makes it hard to breathe. So we are stretching out all the ribcage muscles. Okay, and then relax. Let's do the other side. Left arm across the body. Remember, shoulder blade relax, then pull the arm across. And then gently breathe. Okay, one more breath. Now point your hand to the front. Then bring the arm next to the ear. Continue bringing the arm as far back as you can. Bend the elbow, touch the middle of your back. Then we use the right hand, pull the elbow back. And then that's why we are kneeling. When we are kneeling, the body is more upright. We're able to stretch our rib cage muscle more. Then you'll find that after we stretch the rib cage muscle, and then we did a lot of Tadasana, you go to the mirror, you see your posture looks so much better. Okay, because we are using all the correct muscles. Okay, gently release, and then we come down into a simple cross-leg position. We do one final twist to loosen up the whole upper body. So let's stretch the hands up. Energy to the fingers. You try to stretch more. We open back up the space in our spine. As we exhale, we're going to turn to the right. Left hand on the right knee, right hand behind the back. As we inhale, we stretch our spine straight up. Exhale, twist to the back. Right hand walk in more. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, turn the head to the front. Release the body. Now we go other side. Stretch the hands up. Now we're going to twist to the left hand side. Right hand on the left knee, left hand behind the back. Inhale, straighten out the spine. Exhale, twist to the back. Left hand walking deeper. Inhale, straighten out the spine. Exhale, twist to the back. Breathe, and we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, turn back to the front. Release the hands back down to the knees. And I'm going to leave you with the sitting posture for your day, because a lot of you maybe are going to start working, you're going to be sitting down the whole day. So let the body also remember your sitting posture. So as we inhale, let the whole body lift up. And then as you exhale, don't let the body sink. Stomach muscle wrap in, support the spine. Okay, we do 4 more breaths. Inhale, whole body straighten. Exhale, abdominal wrap in, support the spine, like your Tadasana. Inhale, whole body lift up. Exhale, abdominal wrap in, support your spine. We do 2 more breaths. Inhale, whole body lift up. Exhale, abdominal wrap in, support your spine. One last one. Inhale, whole body lengthen. Exhale, abdominal wrap in, support the spine. Hands on your knees. Stay in this position a while. Just breathe normally. Okay, and then just feel that the body feels so straight. No pressure on the lower back. Shoulders are relaxed. The weight of the head is able to travel all the way down into your hip bones, into the ground, so that your spine is very straight, no shoulder pain, no lower back pain. So you try as you sit today to remember this posture, and let's bring our hands to our heart center. Namaste everyone, and thank you so much for joining me this morning. So I hope together with the exercise that you also understand what you're doing, because you treat this class like a 1 hour workshop, because a lot of the practice that you will be able to do at home. So when you do your own practice, it's always important to understand what you're doing, what muscles are you using. So then you will find that as you understand what muscles you are using, you will enjoy the practice more, because you know what's going on. Then you find that because you are able to do this so well, that it's easy to progress, because all this carry over. If you want to do good arm balance, you want to do good inversion, you must be able to do a good chaturanga. If your chaturanga already you're struggling, don't do inversions, don't do arm balances, you will hurt yourself. But once you master that, your arm strength, your shoulder strength, you know how to use the stomach, then you find when you want to do more advanced stuff, it's very easy, because your foundation is good. It's like a house. If you build your foundation strong, you can make a big building. You build on sand, you build 2 story, the whole house crumble down. Okay, so again, thank you for joining me this morning, and I'll see you again for tomorrow morning 7:30 will be gentle yoga. Then if after today whole body pain, tomorrow I fix you up.
Thank you, Adrian. Have a good
Thank you,
day. Have a good
Adrian.
day. Bye.
Okay,
Good
take
day.
care.
Thank you, Adrian. Bye.
Thank
And
you.
again, if like any questions after this, just feel free to message me anything you don't understand, or you just feel free to message me. I'm willing to reach your call. Okay, so you take care and see you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Adrian.